Welcome. This is going to be the most ultimate Amazon KDP course you have been waiting for. This course is absolutely for beginners or even intermediate, whether you are new to KDP or you've been doing KDP before now. This course would actually guide you on how to do KDP stress-free, like the lazy way of actually doing KDP, starting from how to register an account, how to set up your account the right way, to the process of how to actually publish your first book without actually being the one to write this book. I'll be showing you my own method which I use to actually make these books, and this is the method I have used that have generated me over $1,500, even though I started KDP just a few months ago. So if you are looking for who to actually walk you by the hand, start KDP, I guess this is it, because this is me showing you what I'm actually doing, with the hope that when you do the same thing you actually get the same result. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. If you're looking to make money online without actually investing your money anywhere and actually just basically not doing anything strenuous, then Amazon KDP is for you. Either you're a beginner when it comes to making money online or you are a pro, I would definitely recommend KDP to anyone. This video is going to show you step by step on how to actually get started, so make sure you watch this video to the end. If you have any question at any period in time in this video, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, because this is a way of actually supporting this channel to grow, and I would really appreciate your kind gesture. Like this video, please like this video, and of course if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if you have any question in this video. So without wasting much of it, let's get right into it step by step. Now, to actually start this business with zero cash, you need to first own an account. Sadly, there has been recent development that does not allow Nigerians really have access to getting new account on KDP, but I have found a way you can actually bypass that, and I'll be showing you that in a jiffy. So the way I recommend is to actually go to your Play Store. If you're actually using an Android phone, I recommend using an Android phone for this. I don't guarantee it will work if you're using an iOS, but if you try it, you probably need to get an Android phone to actually do this, to actually register an account. You can operate your account on the iOS phone, but to register this account, I recommend using an Android phone. You can get from any of your family members. So you go to the App Store, to actually Play Store, to go and download the Amazon Shopping app. So when you download the Amazon Shopping app, what you need to do is to actually create an account from the Amazon Shopping app. When you create an account, when you open the account, you will see you're prompted to actually sign in or create an account. So click on create an account. You're prompted to input your email address, your name and other necessary information. But if at any moment in time you ask for a phone number, please don't input it, because it would not work if you are going to send you a code. So when you've created an account, you would actually need to verify it with the code that will be sent to your email address. Copy that code and paste it where it is required, right? Then after successfully registering an account via the Amazon Shopping app, remember it's the Amazon Shopping app you are using to register an account. Don't register on the browser. Then when you're signed in, you should have this interface. Now click on your account where you see your account. Well, because what we are trying to do here now is to actually bypass the phone number verification. And so click on your account, then scroll down to where you see login and security. Then scroll down to where you see login and security, click on it. Then scroll down to where you see two-step verification, click on turn on, then click on get started. So when you click on get started, we don't want to use phone number verification for this. So what we need to use now is you should scroll and click on authenticator. Now you actually need a Google authenticator for this. So you have to go to your App Store again and download the Google Authenticator app. Go to your Play Store and download the Google Authenticator app. Just search for Google Authenticator. You should see something like this one on your screen, right? Then click install it. When it is done installing, you open it. You're prompted to actually register with an account, or you can just click on use without an account, right? Click on use without an account. Then you'll be prompted. You might not see my screen, but basically what you want to do here is to actually enter a setup key. And since you are trying to link this Google Authenticator to our Amazon KDP account, you need to go back to that your Amazon KDP account where you saw two-step verification. Then copy the random digits or figures or letters that you see, right? So you go back to your Amazon KDP account, then copy this text code that you're seeing that starts with SBQ. In your own case, your own will be different. So copy that text code and go and paste it in your Google Authenticator software, right? That way you'll be able to link your Amazon KDP account to your Google Authenticator. So your Google Authenticator will be serving as the replacement for your phone number, because when you use phone number you won't get OTP, right? So whenever you are requested for OTP, you just need to go back to your Amazon, you just need to go back to your Google Authenticator software to get the OTP, and I'll be showing you how to do all that. So paste the OTP here. Any OTP you get from anytime you want to have access to your account, right, you'll be needing the OTP, and to get the OTP you just need to go back to the Google Authenticator software and copy the code that you see there. The code is actually just valid for I think some second, so it's that code you need to copy always whenever you want to have access to your KDP account, right? So when you copy that code and you paste it, so you paste that code, then you click on verify OTP and continue. When you click on verify OTP and continue, just click on got it, then turn on two-step verification. That way your account is now linked to the Google Authenticator. So whenever you need to have access to your account and you are prompted to provide the OTP, just open your Google Authenticator app and you would have access to your account, right? So this method is replacing the phone number. This method is actually replacing the phone number method, which is no more working. So if you should use this method, you'll be able to register an Amazon KDP account, and from there you can actually start using that account to start publishing your books. So now that we've successfully created an Amazon KDP account with the method I show you, you can now log in on any browser of your choice. So just click on sign in, and we require an OTP to sign in now, but since we already have the Google Authenticator app, that's what we'll use to verify. So I'm just going to put the code here, and I'm going to click on sign in. So easy peasy, right? Now we can see that we actually need to get verified on this account. We need to get verified. We need to update our account information. So I'm just going to click on update now. So basically there are two things we want to do here. We want to put in our account information so that when we make money we can also always be able to withdraw, right? Then we also want to fill in the correct tax information, because if you are going to use if you are going to leave it like that, you'll be charged 30% on any amount you make, even after Amazon KDP must have removed their own 30% royalty. You'll still be charged an extra 30% for tax. So in this case I'm going to show you how to bypass that so that you can always get 0% tax, meaning you will not be charged any tax at all. So I'm just going to show you everything about that. So I'm going to select which country or region do you live in. I'm going to click on individual. Then you can put in your birth certificate, which in this case, I'm just going to put in my own. So you're going to select the country region. So you're going to put in the legal name. So you're going to put in the address. Then I'm just gonna put in the city, then put in the state, right? Then for the province, you can easily go to your browser and search for postal code of my area, right? So in my case, I'm just going to go to my browser. I'm going to search for postal code so in your case, you just need to go to Google and search for the postal code of your area. So if you are living in Surulere, Lagos, you just need to go to Google and search postal code for Surulere, Lagos, and we're going to find what you're looking for there. So I've filled all this now. Then what you need to do next, so you're trying to fill in our banking information, and I read a video on how you can actually open a foreign bank account, because we'll be needing that foreign bank account to actually be able to withdraw money from Amazon KDP when we make sales. So you should check out that video on how to own an account. When you've watched that video and you know how to create an account, you would have to just come here to fill in the details. So I'm going to be checking out my own details from my phone, because I have it saved on my phone, right? So it's US, my bank account is in USA, so I'm just going to select United States, right? So I'm just going to copy the holder's name, make sure I'm pasting the correct details there. Then I'm going to go select the account number, then I'm going to paste it, right? So I'm going to re-enter it for confirmation there. Then we are asked of the routing number, so let's go check it out. The routing number, okay, the routing number, this is my own routing number, so I'm just going to copy it and paste it, right? Then I can come here. Since I've filled everything required, I can come here to click on add. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so can you see you are set up to receive payment for sales across all Amazon KDP platforms? So the account number has been successfully added. What we need to do now is to actually come and fill in our tax information. So now we need to complete tax information, right? So I'm just going to click on complete tax information, then click on save and continue, right? So we're going to select if it's for individual and business, which in our case individual. Then are you a US citizen? So we're going to click on no, because we are not. So I'm going to click on no yet. So right then, of course this is our name. Then we're going to select country of citizenship, which in our case it is Nigeria, right? We are trying to do this so that whenever we make sales, we'll be able to get 100% of our money, not that Amazon will be able to be charging us for tax and stuff. So we are going to leave this mailing address same as permanent address and the likes. So this is where the idea comes in. So if you have it, what we need is a SIN. So in our quest to actually not be able to be taxed tax from Amazon KDP, we need to change this permanent address here. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing, but we need a country that will enable us not to be charged the 30% tax that Amazon wants to charge us, and the country that can do that for us is South Africa. So we're going to edit this, but we need a South African address. We need to get one. How are we going to get one? Come to Google, then search for random South African address, right? So we're gonna click on that, then let's see. So you can see this one from bestrandom.com. So let's see what they have for us. So you can see a lot of South African address that you can choose from. So you just need to select one of them, right? So We just need to select one of them. I'm just going to go for this one. So let's fill it in our information. So we need to change the country to South Africa. Change the country to South Africa, right? Then we need to change the address. In this case, let's see. So I'm just going to select this one. So we're just going to select the state. Then put that for the state. Right, then for the city, I'm going to select this. Right, then for the postal code, I'm going to have to select this, which is the zip code in this case. Then I'm going to click on done. Right, alright, now that we've put in a random South African address, for us to not be able to be charged at 30% tax by Amazon, we need to fill in this TIN value, right? So you need to select, I have a non-US TIN. So how can you get this TIN number? You just need to pick those ID number from either your national identity card or your voter's card or your passport or anything you have. Just put in the numbers you have here, let it serve as your TIN, right? So my own case, so I'm going to click on continue. Then you see you can see what it wrote here. It says you may be eligible to receive a reduction in 30% US tax withholding rates by providing the information, blah blah blah. So the country we selected, which is South Africa, and you can see they wrote the selected country qualifies for treaty benefit. This treaty benefit means we won't be charged this 30% that Amazon intends to charge us. So I'm just going to click on confirm, since that's what we want. And you can see it said you are eligible for treaty benefit, right? So it just gave us this random stuff right here, right? Now in this case, you just have to read all these things if you have the time to read that, but since I already read it once, I just need to click on I clarify that I have the capacity to sign up for the person identified on the line 1 of this form. So we need a signature here. In this case, you can just put in your full name, so that I used to register this particular KDP account. So you just need to put in your full name. So I'm just going to put that here, right? Then I'm just going to leave the date like this, and I'm going to save and preview, right? Then you can see a preview of everything we've done so far. You can start to cross check them. Then since you've done, you can start to make changes if you want to, but in my case I'm just going to submit the form. Then you can see your tax information has been received and successfully validated. So applicable withholding rate is now 0%. Now the good thing is, if you don't do this, you would be seeing about 30%, meaning if you made $1,000, Amazon is going to withhold a whopping $300 from you, which is 30%. But in this case, since we've used this method to actually set up our account, we won't be losing that $300 anymore, right? I hope you get the point. So in this case, I'm just going to click on exit interview. I'm just going to click on exit interview, and yeah, our account is set up. Can you see? You are set to receive payment, you have completed the task, and the withholding rate is at 0, which is what we wanted, right? Then I'm just going to click on save. It's saving success, and that's all we want to do. So now that we've done all this, we've set up our account by using the Google Authenticator method to actually set up our account. That way we could bypass the phone number method that is required by Amazon, right? And we'll also be able to put in our account information. If you don't have an account information, the video that will guide you on how to create an account will be in the description of this video. Do not check it out. We've also been able to bypass the 30% withholding rate that would have been there by default, but now we have been able to bypass it to 0%, which is what we wanted. And now it's safe to say our account is set up and we can proceed to publishing a lot of books and also maximizing the full potential of Amazon KDP. Now let me guide you step by step on how you can actually publish these books stress-free with the use of several tools and artificial intelligence. Alright, now we need to actually write our book. I'll be using the powerful tool which is called ChatGPT. If you need to have access to this tool, just come to this website, chat.openai.com. Then you'll be prompted to register if you don't have an account. But if you have an account, you can just proceed to log in. Then you should have this interface just like I did. Now we need to write a book. I'll be sharing with you the exact prompt I used to allow ChatGPT help me write my book. And you can actually use the same prompt. In the description of this video, I'll be leaving the links to this chat with this particular AI, so you can actually go through it also to actually see the prompts that I used to write this particular book, right? So I'm just going to come here. I've actually come to amazon.com and I've done a few research on what I actually want to write about. And what I want to write about is related to this keywords. On this channel, I've actually made some videos on how you can actually do keywords, right? These keywords are what people actually search for when they want to get something on Amazon. So if someone wants a book on how to be rich on and you can just go to Amazon and search for how to get rich in real estate. But if you check out these keywords, how to get rich in real estate, personal finance for young adults, learn to be rich, how to get rich in 2023, if you find out, if you see there's something common within this keyword which is relating to finance and how young adults can actually benefit their lives, right? Teens and young adults. So if you should notice, this book is targeted towards a particular kind of people, which is I think the teen and young adults. So I'm just going to have to come here. So that's an idea of what I want to actually write about. So and how did I do that? I just came to Amazon, then I searched for how to, right? Then you can see a lot of suggestions here, right? Then if you give it space, then if you put G, right, you can see it has given you a lot of suggestions, get rich and all this, right? What I'm actually trying to do here, I've explained it thoroughly in another video, so you should go through that first, then probably come back to this full course to actually see how I proceed to write these books, right? So I'm just going to proceed. Let me believe that you've actually seen that video now and you already know how to generate this keyword. Now I need to prompt this chat AI with these keywords to actually help us write our book. So basically what I'm going to do is I need to write a book for my KDP account. These are keywords I found that are related to what I want to write about. So this I'm trying to make ChatGPT understand what I actually want. Then I'm going to come here and say, I need you to provide me with relevant title for the book. So I want it to tell me, give me a title I can write about. Of course, when you need to write a book, you need a title to write. Then tell me relevant informations that needs to be in this book. right? So doing that, I'm just going to leave the prompt like this, just a very easy prompt. We'll soon get to the interesting part of writing this book. Now look at what I wrote. I need to write a book for my KDP account. These are keywords I found and these are keywords I found that are related to what I want to write about. So then I listed the keywords here. Then I said, I need you to provide me with relevant title for the book. Tell me relevant information that needs to be in this book too. Right, let's just leave it like that. Then I'm going to click on enter and let's see the chatbot do its work. Can you see it's writing, 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 it's writing. So these are what it has actually provided for me. Now with this, I already have a title for my book, which is Wealth Blueprint, right? Your guide to building a rich life through real estate and personal finance, right? But I don't like the title it gave me. I want it to include my keywords in the title for search engine optimization sake. So I'm just going to tell ChatGPT, please try again, and this time include at least one keyword in the title and subtitle. Then let's see what it's going to do this time around. So this is what it did. So I'm just going to ask it to generate an outline, because these are the keywords you actually provided for it. So it's used this keyword, and the keyword has real estate, how to get rich in real estate. And if you see, it's included here. When I asked it to give me include a keyword in the title and subtitle, it gave me a new title, which is real estate riches. Then it gave me the subtitle, Your Ultimate Guide to Building Wealth and Financial Freedom in 2023 and beyond. And I think I like that, but I'm just going to click on regenerate response to let it give me something else, and I'll have varieties that way and I can choose. Alright, so this is what it has actually given me now. So I'm just going to ask to give it another prompt to generate me the book outline, which is the table of content. Okay, I'm just going to put table of content. So I wanted to give me a table of content for this book because it's definitely going to be required. That's what's going to actually be able to help us to guide the chatbot to actually write this book for us. So I'm going to click enter and let's look at it do the magic. Can you see? It is writing table of content for us. Now it's saying introduction, the real estate advantage, setting the foundation, and blah blah blah. Can you see? Chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the likes. Right? Then this is the table of content this chatbot has given for us. Now we have a full book already with this, because with this table of content we can easily prompt the chatbot to actually write or provide details for this table of content. So I'm going to come to my notepad. Don't forget, I'll be sharing with you the exact prompts I'm using to prompt this chatbot to write our book. So let me just write a simple prompt. So when you're trying to give ChatGPT a task, you have to actually make it take a personnel, a role that it can actually be able to. That way, when you tell ChatGPT to perform as someone or something, it actually provides more information or does tasks in his best of knowledge, right? So instead of it to say write a book, I'm going to say take on the role of a professional author with at least 10 years of experience, right? This is first row. Then in personal finance, so this is what I want ChatGPT to act like, right? So I want it now, I'll tell it to you to write a book on, then I'm going to go copy the book title that we want to use. Let's say this one, Real Estate Riches, you compare that building worlds. All right, so I'm just going to copy that. That's our title. Then I'm going to go back to I'm writing my prompt. So take on the role of a professional author with at least 10 years of experience in personal finance. You have to write a book on, you have to write a book with the title. So this is it. So we are telling to write a book with this title. Yeah. So I'm just going to, based on this stuff it has given us, like the important relevant information that we want it to have in the book, right? I'm just going to copy this. Right, the relevant information I provided earlier, and I'm going to come here. We were told the chatbot to take on the role of a professional author with at least 10 years of experience. Then she write a book on this title. Then make sure. Then I'm going to say through this. Okay, I'm just going to say this book must possess this relevant information. So that way it has an idea of what is actually writing about, and so the relevant information include introduction to real estate strategies and stuff, and all these things are also what is in the table of contents it provided for us earlier, right? So now we've given it that prompt. I'm going to go further and say write the introduction of this book and focus on this I'm going to say write the introduction of this book. And there's something I like to include in my prompt, which is storytelling, right? Because a lot of people actually are more engaged when they are actually reading something which they can actually relate to, or they can actually So I like to tell ChatGPT to actually embrace storytelling approach in its writing method. So I'm just going to further the prompt by saying, please embrace storytelling approach. Alright, even if I make typographical errors, the chat spot is very smart to actually know what I'm trying to say. So most times I just ignore them and just paste them there, because I know it's definitely going to understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm telling to write the introduction for this book. Then I'm saying please embrace storytelling approach. Then I'll go further and say below. Alright, Alright, so I think that's all for now for the introduction part of this book. So I'm just going to copy this prompts and I'm going to come back to our conversation with the chatbot and I'm going to paste it there. Let's see what it's going to do for us. Can you see it's already writing a introduction of our book, which is time once upon a time in a blah 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 in a bustling city of dreams and opportunity, then lived the young man and stuff. So I think that's nice. Please can see I'm trying to give you a lot of things. So this chatbot actually has limit, but if you come here say continue generating, that means it's not done writing. So I'm just going to click on continue generating and it's going to do just that. So can you see? Then say let real estate riches be your guide on the lights and the journey begins now. But I like this introduction, but what I don't like about it is this beginning part where it started with once upon a time. So I can either tell it to rewrite the introduction and not include once upon a time. So let's do that. Rewrite So I'm just going to tell it to write the introduction, but this time don't start with, then I'm going to copy this and paste it there. So if you encounter this kind of challenge, this is how you can prompt ChatGPT to actually do what you want. So I'm just going to leave this. So write the introduction, but this time don't start with once upon a time. So let's see what it asks for us. So can you see now? It said, imagine a life where financial worries are a thing of the past, where your wealth grows steadily and provides you with the freedom to live life on your own terms. A life where the power of real estate becomes your secret weapon in achieving your dreams. Welcome to Real Estate Riches, a comprehensive guide. I think I like this. It is actually doing a good job, and it has stopped writing because it has reached its limits. So, and if you can see, it actually has something more to write because it stopped at these tools. So I'm just going to click on continue generating. Then it's going to continue that. I think I like this. I like what it has done. It has done a perfect job. Right. So I'm just going to have to copy this, but let's open our Word because we need our Word to actually be able to paste what ChatGPT has given us. So I'm using Word 2016. It's opening up. I hope you're actually enjoying what you're watching here because this video is going to show you step by step. I'm trying as much to take my time to explain everything for you so you don't actually miss anything or any important information. Right, so please, if you think you're getting value at any point of time, please don't forget to like this video and of course please subscribe. Right, so our Word is open now, and what I like to do is, I know in a book, you have the first page which will contain the book title, the subtitle, and the author's name. The second page most times contain maybe the copyright page and I think acknowledgement or anything, then the table of content. So I like to give room for that particular I like to give room for those particular information because I will have to do that after I finish writing my book. So most times what I like to do is to click on Ctrl Shift, then click on Enter. So it takes me to the second page. So let's assume this first page is for my book title and stuff, then the second page for my copyright, then I need a page for my table of content, which will be the third page. So I just click Ctrl Shift Enter again. So I have the third page. So I have to start writing from my fourth page where the introduction will start from. So I'm just going to click Ctrl Shift Enter again. So this is my fourth page, right? This is my fourth page. So I'll just go to ChatGPT and copy the introduction it has written for us, right? This is easy as possible. I definitely did not write any of this, but now I have an introduction for my book. Make sure you take your time to actually go through this, to actually check if this chatbot actually did a great job, but I've actually glanced through it and I can see it's actually doing a great job. And it's not just about using this chatbot to write. Definitely at the end of this video, I'll share with you some extra tips that you might not know, or that will actually guarantee your success when you are using this chatbot to write. So it's important you pay attention to everything I'm saying in this video and you actually watch this video to the end, because that's when you are definitely not going to miss those tips. If you miss those tips, at the end of the day, you find out that you have actually gotten it all wrong. So I'm going to paste that here, right? I'm going to paste that here, and I already have my introduction for the book, right? And most things what we use here is I've already set my normal text to Time New Roman. You can just come here to set to Time New Roman, then set your this place to 12, right? Then I need this one to be an heading 1. So this is how I've configured my heading 1 to look like. At the center, then blue, right? Then it is actually I use the text distance is Georgia, then the size is 16, then centered. So you can actually edit this by right clicking on it, then click on modify, then you can modify it to whatever you want. It says set to blue, set to Georgia, then 16, right? Then you can see I actually put it to the center. So this is where you can modify it. You can start to change it to any other color you like, but I prefer blue for mine, so you can modify that if yours is not like this. So this is how our introduction looks like, a very simple introduction. In fact, whenever buyers wants to check our book and he sees this, he's definitely going to be happy that he's reading this because it's captivating enough. Now let's proceed to writing the other chapters of this book. So I'm just going to click here and I need to write my chapter 2. So I'm just going to Ctrl Shift and enter. The reason I'm doing Ctrl Shift enter is so that whatever I'm writing in this page does not actually fall to another page. It just makes this our writing to be well formatted and stuff. So we need to proceed to write chapter 2, and we can only write chapter 2 when we have a perfect prompt to use. So I'm just going to come here and say, okay, I'm going to copy one of the prompts I've used before. I'm going to say write chapter 1 of this book. So I'm going to say write chapter 1. So no, I prefer to use this. Say great. I'm going to say great because they actually did a great job. So now write chapter 1 of this book. We have to go back to our table of contents that gave us earlier, which is actually this. This is our table of contents. So want to write chapter 1. I'm going to copy this, paste it in the prompts, right? Then I'm going to tell it for now focus on, it highlighted several points for us, 3 different points. For us we can't just copy everything for it to just write, because it's just going to write it in a rush, right? So I want it to actually take its time to focus on each point. So I want it to focus on this point first, that is understanding the power of real estate and investing. Then I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to say for now focus on now I'm going to say for now focus on understanding the power of real estate investing, right? So that is the prompt we'll be using. 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 So I'm going to say other chapters of this book with title. So can you see how easy it is to actually do? I'm just going to go copy the title. So other chapters of this book with title. I'm going to paste title here below for your reference. So then I'm going to go paste the table of contents we have from ChatGPT. Can you see how it is? Now I'm trying to write chapter 1, but I'm trying to give it a perfect prompt to actually be able to do a good job for us. So I'm going to go paste it there. I'm going to paste it there. Can you see? Now this is our prompt, and this is just the basic prompt we'll be using to write this book from A to Z. So I'm going to say great. Now write chapter 1. Right. Then I said other chapters of this book with title are below for your reference. Then I'm going to paste this prompt to ChatGPT and let us see it write chapter 1. Let us see it write chapter 1. Come look at this. So can you see it already started writing chapter 1 with the subtitle Understanding the Power of Real Estate. Now look at this. Can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see this? So it is already writing our chapter 1 very fast for us. Very fast for us. Very fast for us. So I'm just going to click on continue generating for it to actually, do its thing. So it's writing, and I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy this and go and paste on our Word. Now we have the first section of our chapter 1 of our book. Right, so we have the first chapter of our book. The first section. So can you see that? So I'm just going to click on this, make it our heading 1. Then I'm going to click on this, which will be our heading 2. Don't forget I've shown you how you can actually do this. Then I'm going to format this, making it bold. Right, so you can see how I'm formatting my book. There are also other formats that you need to do. So this is how you just format. These are the basics formats you have to do. There That's basically how you format the book. So I'm going to do this now for the rest of the chapters. Then when I'm done, we'll come back to the other processes on how you can actually write a successful book. And don't forget, I'm going to show you how you upload it and how you can actually make a few settings to ensure that you are going to actually make sales. Right, so I'm going to write other chapters of this book using this same AI bot with this prompt. But before that, let me show you how I'm going to write the second section of this book. It has written the first sections, right? So I'm going to copy this prompt, still take it here. Right, it's still the same prompt. Still the same prompt. So I'm going to paste it now. I'm going to say great. Now continue to write chapter 1. So since we are still on chapter 1, I'm going to say continue to write chapter 1. Paste it here. Don't forget this prompt, this chart that I'm chatting with this AI, but I'm going to leave it in the description of this video so you can do what check on it. Just click on it, take directly to the chart, and you can see the chart live by yourself to see what conversation I actually had with this chatbot, right? So I'm going to, I said continue to write chapter 1, then this time focus on, so what's the second chapter of chapter 1? So the first one they did was understanding the power of real estate. So the second one is going to do is why real estate is a path to wealth for young adults. So I'm going to put that here. So I'm going to put that here. So now this is our second prompt. This is our second prompt for the chatbot to actually help us write chapter 1. So now I said, now great, continue to write chapter 1. This time focus on why real estate is part is a path to wealth for young adult. Then I'm going to click on enter. Then let's see it do its thing. Can you see it's writing, 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 doing a good job, 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 doing a good job. So I'm just going to copy this from here and I'm going to go paste it in my Word document. So I'm going to paste it, then I'm going to format it very fast. This is how I do my thing, very fast. I'm going to make this our heading 2 because it's still under chapter 1. Then I'm going to make this bold, then I'm going to make this bold and italic. So can you see how it's easy for me to write all these words within a short period of time? But make sure you are actually checking what ChatGPT is writing to make sure it's in line with what you actually want, so you don't end up feeding your potential buyers with wrong information, because in the long run it's going to mean shooting yourself in the leg by the time you start getting bad reviews, right? So make sure you cross-check this after writing. Make sure you cross-check this after writing. So I formatted this one now. Then what I need to do next is to actually write the third aspect of chapter 1. The third aspect of chapter 1, which is overcoming common misconceptions and barriers. So I'm going to go paste that here. So this prompt still remains. Great, continue to write chapter 1. Then this time focus on, then I'm going to paste what it needs to focus on. Then I'm going to copy the prompt and paste it there for the chatbot to do its thing. So it's writing for us, 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 doing a great job, doing a great job. I'm going to write other chapters of this book using this chatbot, and I'm going to see you later. Alright, here we have actually written this book from A to Z with the help of artificial intelligence, right? And it's rounded up to about 102 pages, as you can see here, which should definitely be increased when I format it with the recommended Amazon KDP software. So to write this would have taken me a lot of days, months, if I were to write it myself, but I have written this with the help of AI, which is ChatGPT, and I showed you, and I've shown you the exact prompt that I actually use to write my books, right? So if you are going to be using this method, please also apply common sense, in the sense that whatever ChatGPT has given you, you actually hold on to it and you actually look for how to make it your own, right? Which is what I have done to this piece of book. And if you should see, I've actually done a lot of work here. So it's now time for us to finish this book. Don't forget, we left about 4 empty spaces where we are 3 pages that we actually need to fill right now. This page is going to take the title. This page is going to take that. So let's see what our title was again. Alright, this was what our title was, right? This was what our title was. Then we're just going to go to our book and paste it. So I'm going to paste this here. Then I'm going to increase the font, right? Then I'm going to give it a little bold. I think that's too big. Alright, so I'm going to take it to the center. I hope you are paying attention. If you've not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and please like this video so that I can at least support the channel to grow. So we need to put in the subtitle now, which is this guy. So let's copy it and let's go and paste it in our book. So I'm going to paste that here. So I'm going to highlight it to make it a little bit bold, bigger. So think. Then I'm going to italicize this, whatever that is. Then, going to put by, So let's make that a little bigger. No, that's too big. That's too big. So I think this is okay. So by now we need a name for our book. The good thing is Amazon allow us use names that are not actually directly ours, meaning we can actually use a pen name. It might not necessarily be our direct name. So I'm just going to still use ChatGPT to quickly give us a pen name for this particular kind of book. So I'm going to say good job, because that's actually done a good job. Then please recommend a perfect pen name that I can use to publish this book on KDP. So it's gonna, let's see what it's gonna have for us. Let's see what's gonna have for us. Let's see what's gonna have. So it's giving us several names, and I'm just gonna look for the one I like. I think I'll go for this Alex Knight. But before I go for any name, I have to confirm if nobody's already using this name on KDP, right? So it's very important we actually check on Amazon. So let's say I have to verify if Alex 9 does not already exist, because we don't want something that would actually affect our account. So I think there's someone that already been names for Alex 9, and you can see, okay, let's give it a better prompt. Or let's check Blake. Let's check this guy. Let's see if he's already on KDP or Amazon. I think it's a Blake, right? Blake, okay. Blake and Hardwell. Let's see. Okay, I don't think there's anybody bearing that name on KDP. Let's see. Okay, this one has Otto Blake Cardell. So guess I don't want to reduce that. I'll just say, okay, I need a name, okay, a pen name that does not exist on KDP yet. So let's see what it's gonna give us. So it says here are some unique name suggestions. Alright, so I'm just gonna check this out, and I'm going to verify, because you have to be sure that this name does not already exist. Let's check APA. A name that does not exist, because don't want to shoot yourself in the leg, so it won't look like you're impersonating a known author already. So let's take time to do that. So alright, this one came in as a first video, so there's no book as a first research result. So let's see. I don't think that name exists here as an author, because if it were, one of the books would have probably popped out as a first result or as a book. So there's no name here, so I'm just going to use that name in my book as a pen name. So let's paste it here. Then let's paste it here then. So we're going to highlight it, then increase the size, position it to the center, increase the size, Right, then on to italize, then bolding a little bit there. So this is how the book looks like. This will be the first page. Then we need the copyright page here. So I have one I used to use. Just gonna copy from one of my book that I've written. Then I'm going to paste it here as the copyright page. So this one, you just have to increase the size here. So then I have to edit the name, the author name, definitely. So you need to edit that. So you can also copy mine. There's nothing bad in that. I don't think copyright pages have plagiarism. So copyright page. Now this is time for us to get our table of content, and we are, instead of us inputting it manually, we'll use this Microsoft Word to actually generate our table of content based on what we've written. So I'm just going to put that here. So then come to reference, then click on table of content, then click custom table of contents. Then you need to make sure this is checked, make sure it's blue like this, and click on OK. Then let's see how it's going to generate our table of content. And you can see it has successfully generated our table of content for us. Let's see. Alright, you can see it has generated a table of content for us with each of the chapters, right? With each of the chapters. So I think that's what we need, yeah? That's what we want. So we have the table of content, then we have our book starting from introduction and the likes. So that's what we want. So I'm just going to save this guy. So that's our book. We can take this book directly and go and publish it on KDP, but I'm not going to do that. I like to use the Kindle Crate software, which is a software that Amazon has set up so that we can use to actually format our book to the best way Amazon wants it. So I'm going to use the software to format the book, and that's what we will be uploading. So before we proceed to upload, let's quickly format this book. Rather, I'm going to click on File, then New Projects. I'm going to click on Choose File or Document. So the file name is Real Estate Results, and I'm going to click on Open. So we are trying to use this Kindle Crate. The link to download it will probably be in the description below, so you should check it out if you need it, right? And this software will actually help novice or newbies that don't know how to actually use Microsoft Word, because this one is kind of more easier to actually use and help you format your book. So it's going to convert the book. So necessary file size that is needed, then we're just going to wait for that pretty fast. While we wait for that, I'm going to come to the chatbot, and I'm going to say, because we actually need a description for the book, because when we want to upload the book we need a description. So I'm going to say thank you. I choose what's the pen name used again? Let's just be sure. Let's be sure. Okay, we use really. So I'm just gonna click this. So I'm telling him thank you, being polite. So I'm gonna say now, please write me the best book description for this book. I also need you to embed this keywords in the book. I guess the Kindle Crate is done, so it's interrupting us. It's done. Import successful, so I'm just going to click on continue. Then, so you see, with this can even help us with our table of content and stuff, so we'll just click on yes, sir. So we are going to come back to this very soon to format this, but let's go back to our chatbot. So I'm going to say I need you to embed this keyword in the book description. Then I'm going to actually paste those keywords. Those keywords are here. I wrote them down here. These are the keywords that I'll be using that is relevant to our book. These are possible words that people will search for when they are looking for our book, right? So I'm going to paste it there. I'm going to cover it. So if you notice, the reason why I said we should do this is so that we are trying to get keywords or any possible things that people might be searching for in our book. We are trying to get them as much as possible to be embedded in any places in our book, starting from the title and the like. So we are trying to embed them in the description also, because it helps our book to rank whenever people actually search for this book. These are strategies people don't actually implement. They just try the random book description, which does not have all these keywords in it. So then I'm going to come here and say, don't forget to end it with a powerful call to action. So if you see what I've done, I'm telling it to write the book description, then I'm telling it to embed our keyword in the description, and it should not also forget to embed a call to action, because of course when people want to buy your book and they actually read the book description to know what the book is about, when they finish reading that, you have to actually give them a call to action, to actually not just for them to just read the book description and go, but also something that will push them to actually buy that book. So we need it. So let's see what ChatGPT is going to do for us. Let's see what ChatGPT is going to do for us. So it's writing. Said, are you ready to embark on a transformative journey towards building a life of abundance and financial independence? I like that. I like the way it started. It said, look no further than Real Estate Riches by Willie. Then he included the pen name. Can you see what he did there? So he said, this comprehensive guide is specifically designed for young adults seeking to unlock secrets of real estate investing and attain their own version of a rich and fulfilling life, right? I like what it's doing. Then he kept on writing, said, learn to get rich in real estate. Then so this rich in real estate, or this how to get rich, can you see? If you notice, it's somewhere in our keywords. Can you see how to get rich in real estate? So it has embedded it. So when people search for these key things, it's already everywhere in our book. So where is it again? So where is it? So can you see how to get rich in real estate? So it has done a lot of embedding, and that is what we want. Then said, so it kept on writing, said, don't wait another day to begin your path to rich life. Grab your copy of it and now discover the keys to financial freedom and personal fulfillment. So I guess we have a book description we can work with to go back to Kindle Crate, and I'm going to try to format this book because that's actually scattered what I want. So I'm going to try and bring this guy back up, take this one down, right? So let us format the first page now. So let's resize this like 16. Besides this, so we are trying to use this to format our book, so it's very easy. Anything you feel that is not supposed to be, you just need to click on it, then rearrange it. So this one, I'm just going to highlight it, come to formatting, then give it size 20. So I'm going to take it down. I'm also going to take this one down by clicking enter. So it's asking us to save, so yes, then just save. Alright, so our work won't be lost. So I'm going to actually highlight this, then take it to the center. Yeah, just like that. So let's arrange this properly. Let's take this guy down by clicking enter. So this is the first page. So let's go to arranging this guy. So this one.
The input dwells at 82 pounds.
So we're just going to highlight this, then change the size to 12. So that's 14. Then this guy is supposed to be part of the above, so we're just going to highlight it and give it the proper size. Then we're going to give it the proper size. So this is table of contents. It needs to be on another page, right? So alright, so this is chapter, the regular content. Whatever the chapter, which one is chapter, I select as chapter, right? So we're just going to continue to do that. And this one's another chapter, then just this one's supposed to be the subtitle, but it has jumped this page, so we're just going to click on backspace to take it back to this page. So then we are going to highlight it, then select as subtitle. Can you see? So that's basically what we want to do for the rest of the topic. This one's also a subtitle, we just select as subtitle so it can take its form. Right? This one is also a subtitle, so just select it as a subtitle, then take its form. So that's basically how we format. So this one is the chapter title, select as chapter title, then the content is missing, that's probably free itself to the next page. So you're going to backspace, then this is subtitle, you highlight it, and select as chapter subtitle. So that's basically what we want to do for the rest of the items and the subtitle. So I'm just going to basically do this, and we're going to come back to how we can proceed from here. Alright, so I have finished some formatting the book using this software. So what we need to do now is to actually, I'm just going to go and cross check what I've done to make sure I didn't skip anything. Alright, I guess everything is okay. So everything is okay. So what I'm just going to do is to accept selected. So this will be a table of content that this software is going to actually help us generate. So it's going to start, I'm going to unselect this because it's not part of it. So our table of content is actually going to start from introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So I'm going to come here. This one is supposed to be so chapter 2 and chapter 3. Then chapter 4. Then chapter 5. And chapter 6, then chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12, then the conclusion. So that's how it's gonna look like. So I'm just gonna accept selected. And you have all the piece of information just right here. So I think we're done here. It's now left for me to export this book. So I'm going to export it in these two formats. Then it's going to do its thing. I'm just going to real estate wealth to create. So I'm going to click on that. So it's going to export the book for us. So whilst it's exporting, we are going to proceed to actually uploading our book. Alright, so now that we have finished formatting our book with Kindle Crate, we've written our book, we now need to upload it, right? So you just need to log into your account. When you log into your account, you should be seeing this interface. So you click on Create Book, then you click on any of this, either paperback or Kindle version, but let's do the ebook version first of all. So we're going to click on Create, then let us copy our title into the book. So I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to come and paste our title. Then I also want to copy the subtitle for SEO sake, that's search engine optimization sake, because I saw this subtitle that actually included more keywords. So because of the keywords, they actually need to actually put them in the subtitle separately. Alright, so so I'm going to copy this also for the subtitle that the ChatGPT gave us. So okay, let's see, we just need to take off one letter. Let's see what we can do. So a comprehensive guide to building wealth and financial freedom for young adults. Okay, so just gonna remove this A. Okay, so I guess that works. Okay, so for our pen name, which the chatbot has actually given us before, so our pen name is let's go get our pen name. So this is our pen name. This is our pen name. Then alright, so I've put our pen name there. Then our description that we wrote earlier, we are going to have to paste it here now. Then I'm going to click on this. Okay, I own the copyright. Let's go copy our description. Then we'll choose between the first one he wrote and the second one. Alright, so I'm just going to go for this first option. I actually like the second one. I actually like this one, but I've noticed that some of my keywords are not here, which I wanted. So I'm just going to go for the first one. I could have actually edited it to my taste, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to copy it and just paste it. But there's something I want you to see. We'll get there very soon. And please, if you are getting value at any point, please don't forget to like this video. It's very important, and that's a way of supporting the effort that has been put into creating this video. So I'm just going to copy this. Just going to copy that. Okay, let's look at my first page. I'm going to paste that here. So then I'm going to copy this too. Alright, so that's the description. That'll be our description. So I'm just going to Control A, Control C. Then I'm going to have to come to this website that actually helped me format my Kindle ebook, because if I should actually paste this description here, I normally get some errors. So most times, so let's check this first. Does this book contain languages? And so we'll just say no, because it does not contain anything that we don't want it to contain. So for the category, okay, let's finish the description first. Let me just use that software, because I will definitely get an error for pasting this directly. I don't know why, but I use this site to actually format that description for me. so that I won't get error. So you can actually paste it that way. If you don't get any error, fine, but if you get an error, just come to this website, search for Kindle Premium book description, then paste your book description here. Yeah, just paste and accept that. Then you can actually format it here. You can format the book description here. So, are you ready? Just going to click on this, then make it bold, then click on enter, bring this one down. So, just going to italize this one. So, just going to bring this one down. So I'm trying to format this book, the description rather. So you can format anywhere you need to format, just format it. Then we'll explain the song. And to broaden this. Just gonna put in these items, 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 put in these items. So after doing all this, I just need to come here and click on generate my code. So I'm going to click on copy the code. That is what we are going to use. So I'm just going to highlight all this, cancel it, then click on this source code, then actually paste the code there. Then if I should click on it back, you can see it's going to actually write it for us where we wanted it to be. So this is my description. Now we need categories we can actually publish this book. So I can just click on category, then select the best one I know that represent my book. You can do that, or rather you can also ask ChatGPT, right? You can ask ChatGPT. Alright, so tell me 3 best categories I can publish this book to maximize sales. So alright, these are the categories it has suggested for me. So let's see if we can find them. I actually publish one in self-help. Then let's see if we can find anything relating to our book. We can click on personal transformation because it's actually, our book is related to that. So let's look for 2 more. We need 3 categories to publish this book. So I can click on business and money. Let's see. Let's see real estate. Then let's see. Can select buying and selling, we can select investment, whichever the case, or we can select general. Then let's take one idea from ChatGPT. Let's see if we can find this one. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find anything that's in young adults. Okay, I don't think we see anything. I don't think I can see, rather. I don't think I can see. So I don't think I will publish anything. Okay, let's see education and reference. Alright, I've gone for these 3 categories that I feel most represent this book. If I observe the performance of the book, I can actually come to modify them later. So I'm just going to go for this for now, then click on save changes. So it's time for us to input our keywords, right? This is where the technicality comes in, and this is what will guarantee most of your sales, starting from your title, which must actually possess your keywords, and your subtitle. Now from this title, it has a keyword of real estate, it has a keyword of building wealth, it has keyword of financial freedom for young adults. It's actually teens when I search for it. Then it also have real estate investing, it also has personal finance. So can I say I've embedded a lot of keywords in this book title and subtitle, which is what you should be doing. And if you should read it, it still makes sense when being read, right? It still makes sense when being read. It still makes sense when being read. So this is how you want to do it. This is how you want to do it to maximize it. At least that's how I've been doing mine, right? So let's paste our keywords also. Like I said earlier, the video that will guide you on how to actually get this keyword that can actually make your book make sales is in the description of this video. So you should probably watch it after this video to actually have an idea of how to actually do keyword research, because it's very important to maximize sales. So I'm just going to click on this one, financial freedom with. So I'm going to save that right now. I'm going to save that right now. So it is done. Now that we've done that, we need to upload the book. We need the manuscript. The manuscript is actually the book which we've just written. So click on manuscript, then upload it from your device. In my case, it's in my document, then my apps, I guess. But I'm going to try and look for it. So I'm going to upload that. It's uploading. We're just going to wait for it. So we actually uploaded an EPUB format and said it's not recommended. So I'm going to go back and try to change it to something else. So I'm going to upload the KPF file. That's what I'm going to upload. I'm going to upload the KPF file. So it's going to change that for me. This the Amazon KDP default stuff. Let's see what we can actually do with that. Because normally I use a particular format, but so I'm just going to click on from my computer. Let us select an image from my computer. I'm going to select that image. Then it's going to do some marvelous book designs for me. Choose this design, of course. Then let's change this color. I think I like green. Let's change this one also. Let's change the color to something like so it's building our cover. Then I'm going to save and submit. Then we have a cover and a manuscript. So we're going to wait for it to actually process the file. Alright, now that our manuscript has been successfully uploaded and our cover has also been successfully created, well, we can preview the book to actually see how it looks like. So now that the book has been successfully uploaded, we can just save and continue. Now this is a crucial part I like enrolling some of my books in KDP Select, and in most cases I don't enroll them in KDP Select, but in this case I think it's a good time to enroll this book in KDP Select. So what this means is, even if people don't buy the book and decide to just read a few pages of the book, you still get paid. So for this book, I'm going to enroll it for KDP Select so that I can actually be able to promote this book, which is the extra tip that I will be showing you, right? So now you just need to click here and select 70%. Make sure this is set to all territories. Then this is where we need to price our book. I'm pricing this book for about 2.99 for a starting price. I'm going to use this price to actually see how people react to this book when they are buying it, to actually see if they like it. If I see that it's actually in a good demand, I can decide to increase the price consecutively. But for now, I'm going to price it for this price. Meaning, when I price it for this price, per sales that come from this book, I get $2. So if about 100 people buys this book, that means I get about $2,000 from this book. So I think that's a fair one. So we're done, and I'm going to click on publish the Kindle book. So this book is actually the soft copy where people can actually read this book from their laptop devices, any of their iTab, and so this is a soft copy of the books. Now we can proceed to make the paperback, which is what people can actually ask Amazon to print for them, and Amazon will send the hard copy of this book to them. So we just have to go to the paperback and put in a few settings there also. So the title will remain, our pen name remains there, our description remains. Then we can also make sure that we click that we own the copyright for this book, and we just need to do that. Now the category we set has been omitted, so we just have to select another category for the book. So in this case, I'm going to come to self-help. Let's see what we have from self-help. I'm going to click on personal transformation. Then I'm going to click on self-help. Then we're going to click on another one. So you're going to save the category now. Then you save and continue. Our keywords still remain. So now this is where you need to click on I assign me a free KDP ISBN. This will allow you to have a unique ISBN that's attached to your book. You don't need to pay for that because your KDP actually give you that for free, which is this one. The only downside is you can't sell this book outside of KDP, which is still fair, and this KDP is where the money is, right? So let's now upload the manuscripts. Let's upload the manuscripts. Let's upload the manuscripts. While the manuscript is uploading, let's also use the KDP book cover generator creator to create our book cover. So click on launch cover creator. I'm going to click on continue now. Then I need an image. I'm going to select an image from our computer, which is the image that we use the AI to generate. So I'm going to choose this design so you can see it's teaching us how to use it. So we're trying to make something out of this. So let's do this one. So I'm just going to let this like this. I'm actually going to come back to fix these covers, but basically if you can design the cover, you just need to make sure that the text are not coming outside this this line that you're seeing here. That's your limit. So I'm just going to click on preview so we can be able to publish our book. This art book, the cover is going to look like. Then I'm going to save and submit. So it's processing. We're gonna give it some time to process. So it has been successfully uploaded. We need to actually come here to launch the previewer. No. So this is what it looks like. So let's click on approve. So the cost to print this book will actually be $3. So we need to actually know that to have an idea of how much we'll be setting or pricing the book at. So make sure it's set to all territory. Now it's time for us to price our book. So I'm going to pricing this book for about $11.99. $11.99. So the royalty I'll be getting is about $4 for each sales. Right, the printing cost is this, and I'll be getting this. So you can decide to click on expanded distribution so that your book can be sold in book libraries and stuff. So now that we have our book, we've set everything, it's time for us to publish our paperback. And there you have it. So our book is in review. Normally it will take about 72 hours, but in most cases it's always approved in less than 24 hours, and even sometimes it takes about 2-3 hours for it to be approved. So I'm just going to click on done, and there you have it. Our book is in review. So after that, our book will be live, and of course you can start making sales afterwards. So at this point, I just want you to know that this actually makes money, and for you to actually make money, you have to do the right thing, right? Make sure you are done a lot of keyword research before you even start writing your book. Because when I started writing my book, you can see I already had my keywords. It was my keyword I used to generate a title, and from the title I could generate the book outline with the help of ChatGPT, right? Those keywords should also appear in your topic, your title, they should appear in your subtitle, they should appear in your description, right? And you should have a distinguished book title. I hope you leverage what has been taught in this Amazon KDP course and you actually do the right thing. If you have any question, I'll be in the comment section to actually respond to you. So, and the best strategy in making sales from Amazon KDP is actually to publish book in volumes, right? Publish books in volume. Create a lot of books. Don't just create about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books and then sit down and not make sales, right? Make sure you are publishing a lot of books, because in the long run, just a single book might be the one to have start selling, and that single book can actually make thousands of dollars, not talk of 2, 3, 4, 5 of those same books. So make sure you're actually making publishing books, and of course I really want to see you that you told me that you actually made sales. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I want to see you on the next one. Bye for now.